You know what was the strangest thing is the past 10, 11 years, Joburg has been home.
Okay.
And that was my home. That was what I knew, etc. But when I went back for like 3 weeks, when was that? A couple of months ago,
Yeah.
like three
Yep.
months ago,
Yeah.
I found myself one day saying, I just want to go home. And I was like, but you are home, you know
Oh,
what I mean? And so
wow.
that was really strange getting to the point where I was like, Nairobi had actually become home. And I was like, I want to be home.
Hey, welcome back to Traverse Culture YouTube channel, and we have a special treat. We have hit our 6-month anniversary with Miss.
Dua Mutarika.
Yes. And we wanted to share it with you all. I know you all have been enjoying these videos, looking at other people's experiences, rather they're relocating here, rather they're doing the investigative tour or accessing the medical health system here in Kenya. And today is no different. So we're going to get into it. As you all know, we do this very authentic, very off the script, very real, and so we can get her real reactions on her experience thus far. How are you doing?
I'm doing really well.
Really good.
Yes.
Yes.
Doing really good. Acclimating very well to Kenya.
Really?
Yeah.
So let's go back a bit. When you first reached out to us, we didn't know who you were. And then we found out who you were. And it's been pleasant. It's been pleasant to work with you, to work for you, to service you. What made you initially want to move to Kenya?
Well, for Kenya, it took a lot of prayer. I knew when my time in South Africa was done, and I wasn't ready to go back home. I'm going home when I retire to Malawi. And so when I was leaving South Africa, I wanted to go into the African continent, but I wanted some place that was going to be central so that I could hop on a plane and pretty much get anywhere in a few hours. I wanted some place that had ease of business. I wanted some place that was welcoming to foreigners. I wanted a place that, although it had all the amenities, felt like Africa.
It felt like Africa.
Yeah, it felt like Africa.
Yeah.
So Kenya ticked all of those boxes. And when the more I started investigating and finding out it's like number one or number two for doing business in Africa, the immigration is pretty easy compared with a lot of countries. The fact that it is a hub and has always been a hub. The fact that it's a modern African city. When I say a modern African city, I mean you have all the amenities, but it's Africa. You know you're in Africa because there's that flavor, there's that vibe, there's that that Ubuntu, that life. Like I don't know how else to say it. That's just Kenyans a vibe.
Yes.
So I just knew Nairobi would be I said I'll start with Nairobi. If I end up on the coast or something, who knows where life takes me. But that was why I decided that I definitely wanted to come to Kenya.
Yes. So you chose Kenya. I love how you kind of expressed it felt like Africa. For me, when I first came to Kenya, that's the feeling I got. But then I was like, man, it's super modern. The level of excellence that Kenyans express through everything, through hospitality, through the medical industry, education, agriculture, all of the things. You chose Traverse Culture.
Yeah.
You're from Africa.
Yeah.
Why choose a U.S.-based company?
At the time, I didn't know it was U.S. based.
Okay.
Yeah, I really didn't care where it was coming out of. I cared about the level of service that I thought I would get, and also I cared about what it was offering. So what I felt was, yes, I'm African in terms of I already know Africa, but I don't know Kenya. And I didn't just want somebody who's going to move my stuff and then plant me in this place, and then I'm floundering trying to figure out what to do. What I liked about Traverse is because Traverse has I guess because you work with a lot of people coming from the US, you think about the integration more. And I liked that idea because I said, yeah, I'm African, I'm Bantu, yes. Pretty much I can sneak my way around Kenya. But there was a level of integration that I knew I needed at this point in my life that I just wasn't seeing anywhere else. And I wanted to get to know Kenya. I wanted to understand Kenya. I didn't want to just be another expat who comes and lives on the surface, who enjoys all the nice things about Kenya, but cannot tell you anything about Kenya or doesn't have a Kenyan friend or doesn't, that type of thing.
Yes.
I wanted to live in Kenya.
Yes.
So I think you were the only one who was offering that type of experience where now I was going to learn how to live in Kenya and ultimately, be an adopted Kenyan.
Yes.
So I loved that idea. A lot of the other companies I saw are moving expats, and because they're moving expats, it's like, let me get you comfortable in this new country because I know in 3 years you're going to pick up and move somewhere else.
Okay.
So yeah, I wasn't looking for that.
You wasn't looking for that.
No.
So you did. I believe we did. Did we do 60 days with you?
I think so.
We did 60 days, 30
Yes.
days before you arrived,
Yes, and
30
then 30
days on
days
the
after.
ground. And I think we covered a little bit of that, and we'll go over that just briefly. But I wanted to talk about the services that you receive after the 30 days.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people think that once you finish our 60-day or our 120-day program, then we're just completely hands off.
no.
Can you go into some of the services that you, or some of the experiences and the services that you got after the 60 days?
Sure. One of the things that I've really appreciated about you and your team at Traverse is when I'm in a jam, I can literally just send a message and be like, guys, what do I do about XYZ? I don't know where to go. Do I have to get a yellow fever shot? And obviously not wanting to abuse the relationship, but you're always willing to help out, and to make sure, are you okay? Do you like where you're staying? Okay, what's going on? What are the challenges? Checking on me, etc. And all of that led to when we were in a panic about 10 days ago because my daughter was quite unwell and she had to go to the hospital. And I reached out to you guys and you were able to facilitate me getting, healthcare.
Yeah.
And that's huge. That shows a relationship. And I appreciate that relationship and knowing that I can always come back and say, okay, guys, now I need to do XYZ. And you guys say, okay, these are the services we have that you can use towards XYZ. And this is how we'll walk you through it. And there's just the doors always open. So I appreciate it from a professional side, but then even from a personal side, that I still can come and say, okay, guys, where do I buy meat? You know what I mean? Like, what's happening here?
Yeah.
And you guys are still open to chatting with me and checking on me. I appreciate that.
Thank you. All right, so let's talk about challenges you may have had during this whole process. And I want to know if we were able to help you through the challenges, and if we weren't, and you navigated them on your own, how did that work? And can you contribute, yes or no, the integration process to navigating through some of the challenges on your own?
Okay, yeah. So one of the challenges was I moved to a very beautiful apartment, but within a couple of weeks of moving there, 2 buildings started being dug beside me, on each side of me.
And that's killing money, guys.
Yeah, and so the constant noise was hectic. And then on top of the constant noise, because my daughter was having health challenges, the level of dust and stuff from the buildings, because they're excavating, and which is beautiful and wonderful because it shows you Kenya is growing.
Yeah.
But I didn't want it to grow in my living room.
Right.
So yeah, that was one of the challenges. And when I know I copied everybody at Traverse and stuff with my concerns. So what I would say how Traverse and the relocation process helped me was because I had the number, we had been house hunting together with you.
Okay.
And so I had some of the cards and the numbers of people that I'd spoken to the first time where I'd said, no, I'm not going to go there. So I was able to call them back and, panically and be like, do you still have a place? Remember me? Do you still have a place? And I was able to find a place to move myself and my daughter into, which is nice, and it's comfort. It's the quality and where I moved to make more sense for me. So I'm really happy. So I would say just even having the confidence to go back, because to tell you the truth, if I hadn't gone through the relocation thing, cold calling some of these people, I would have been panicked because I wouldn't have known what they would do, if they would hike the price up. If real estate all over the world is iffy.
Yes.
So this is not a Kenyan problem. This is a real estate problem.
Across the board.
Yeah. And so it gave me the confidence, because I'd already met a couple of people. It gave me the confidence to go back with the cards and say, hey, so-and-so, remember me? I met you 6 months ago. Do you have anything? And luckily they were like, yeah, now. Come see it. And so I got very lucky and very blessed. And I think also what I've contributed to is the relationships you have with people and the goodwill means that when I go back places after having come first with you or your team, people are so welcoming. They're like, oh, I remember you. And it's just such a good vibe. So I really, really appreciate that. Yeah. So I would definitely attribute that to probably cold calling a real estate agent wouldn't have gone well, but calling someone
who you've already met,
Traverse, went well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you moved yourself successfully. I didn't even know. I said, oh, okay, you've already moved. You got your movers, everything.
Got our movers, everything. Yes.
And you're locked in.
Locked in.
That's
and
so
happy.
good.
Yeah. And it's good. And I hope to be there 2-3 years minimum. That's the amount of time I've given myself in Kenya. We'll see what happens afterwards. I will say I have fallen in love with Kenya, so I don't think it will just be 2-3 years, but
we'll see. But I think you'll be here. That's just me. What else? It's been 6 months.
Yeah.
Do you feel like it's home?
I do. You know what was the strangest thing is the past 10, 11 years, Joburg has been home.
Okay.
And that was my home. That was what I knew, etc. But when I went back for like 3 weeks, when was that? A couple of months ago, like 3 months ago?
Yeah.
I found myself one day saying, I just want to go home. And I was like, but you are home, you know what I mean? And so that was really strange, getting to the point where I was like, Nairobi had actually become home. And I was like, I want to be home. And it was a really weird thing. So now, and it took me a while to be like, when people say, where do you live? I'd be like, Joburg. And I'm sure it was the same thing when I moved from Malawi to Joburg. But then after 10 years, you get very used to it. It's like, I live in Joburg. But when I came, now that I'm here, when people ask me, immediately it's like Nairobi.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah.
I live in Nairobi.
I live in Nairobi. I said something the other day, and I surprised myself because I was like, that's so weird that I would think that way. But it was something about, home, and I was like, oh yeah, back home in Nairobi. And I was like,
oh, wow.
So yeah, you know what? It's a very welcoming place, so you can get acclimated very easily. You can feel at home very easily.
Yeah.
And then once people start knowing you, whether it's the security guard or the people at the supermarket, they're just like every time, Karibu.
Yes.
So yeah, that's lovely.
Have I missed anything? Is there anything you want to share with the audience of your entire journey for the last 6 months? I know we didn't go detail oriented because we started shipment with you.
Yeah.
We did driver's lessons. We did the healthcare. We did the real estate. We did the cultural immersions. And there's so many nuances that you can't even capture.
No, you can't.
Like on paper, right?
No.
Even though you see the list of services, there's so many things that go into it.
So many things.
Is there anything you want to share about the team? The Traverse Culture team outside of me.
I would love to share about the team. the team has been amazing. Okay. Um, just just in terms of access is the first thing. First off, okay, there. Let me just tell you the truth about the Traverse Culture team. They are a hoot, hilarious. After all excursions, we would literally need a nap because we would have laughed so hard.
Oh yes.
Yeah, they're just different characters, and I think that's so amazing. You've got the quiet strength of Terry. You've got the one-liners of Miss Sharoni,
Yeah.
and then Miss Mora is just a party in a bag.
She's a show by herself.
Yeah, all by
Yeah.
herself. So
Yeah.
her and I together, same room. I realized had we been in probably in high school or junior high together, they would have separated us because she just brings out the mischievous side of me. So her and I together, we're cackling all day long. And it's amazing. But it was so much fun spending time with them because they treat you like family.
Yeah.
You know, it's the way when they take us places, the care that they gave, especially to my daughter. She really struggled when we first arrived.
Yeah.
With her health, and just the way they were always worried about her and taking care of her, and then they're just so good at what they do. They really are. They know what you need sometimes before you can even think about it, and will be like, well, what about this? And in such a gentle, nice way that you're like, oh yeah, you know what I mean, type of things. So I appreciated their forethought.
Okay.
I appreciated their care. I appreciated their aftercare. And then their personalities. They were they were delight to work with.
I saw all of the WhatsApp messages. I'm seeing y'all going back and forth.
Yeah.
I think y'all went hiking or
Yes, we did at Ngong.
yes,
we did.
And
yes.
I'm like, oh, I can see that y'all had a blast. Y'all, what did you see? Like some type of animal? Was it an alligator? Something crazy happened.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes, with Miss Mora,
Yes.
with the alligator.
Yes.
She shut the door and ran. And we were laughing because she shut the trainer inside the thing.
Right.
So we had a good laugh at that. But
Yeah.
I was glad she protected us from
You were
from
protected.
the alligator.
Yeah.
But that was the thing. It was like every excursion was fun.
Yeah.
And
So you had excursions
Yeah.
embedded in your 30-day relocation program. So it wasn't always business.
no, it wasn't always business. We had fun. Some days we just had fun. We all went out and got ice cream together. And that was just, it's those little things that mean a lot.
Yeah.
To me.
Yes.
When I'm new and I'm unsure.
Yeah.
Is somebody being like, oh, is everybody tired? Let's have an ice cream. And it's like, yeah, let's have an ice cream.
Let's
and
have
then
ice
you just
cream.
feel you're with your people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Rather than it's just a transaction.
Yeah.
That there's it's that relationship part of it
Yeah.
that I really enjoyed with them. And that's something you can't teach. So that's something that I think is like
Yeah.
such a
Yeah.
a bargaining chip, or what do I want to say, unique selling point of Traverse is that I know a lot of times businesses say you'll be like family, but you're not, but
Okay.
you really are.
Did you feel like, were we able to, and as we sum this up, were we able to fuse the two in terms of actual professionalism, concierge, and family?
Yeah. I think so.
From a
All three of them
professional
did.
standpoint.
From a professional standpoint, because everything was done when it was supposed to be done, how it was supposed to be done. If anything, I was the person who had to push
But we
things
do that
back
for
a lot
you.
of times. But
Flexibility.
Yeah, flexibility.
Yeah.
And then the concierge part is because you sat and thought about what does Dua and her daughter need, and then on the personal part, because I believe I have friends for life. So
Yeah.
I'd say all three in one.
As we sum up, because I know the profession, the field that you're in, I want to start something new. I want to start asking our clients, first, rate us from 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, and then give me some feedback, some really good feedback where you see where we can have growth in the future.
Okay. So I would definitely give you guys about a 9.7, 9.8.
Really?
Yeah, I would say because it was a really good service, and I've been telling everybody it was worth the money.
Wow.
Worth the money. I actually thought about that this morning when I was brushing my teeth. Like, that was really worth the money.
It was worth the money.
Yeah, like, when you sit and think about what you spent money on that was worth it. This was it. So feedback that I would give to you guys. This would be for future thinking as
Yeah.
you grow.
Yeah.
As you grow is, I know it's going to be a tough thing, but as you grow, if you can keep that concierge.
I know. I struggle with that because I
Yeah.
don't want to lose that.
Yeah. So if you can keep that
Keep the concierge.
and I would say be very careful about who you bring into the mix, because they've got to understand the culture. They have got to understand your company culture. And if they don't understand your company culture and values, they may operate in a different way, and that would take away from what makes Traverse so special.
Okay.
So yeah, those would be my advice and things is, as you're growing, really eagle eye who comes in. Like, can they click?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can they click? Can they be okay?
Okay.
With who we are and what we do? Because your values shine, and I wouldn't want anything to dampen that. Yeah.
That's a good one because I struggle with that when I think about scaling and
Yeah, it's
and
a
I
tough
know
one.
you operate in that space where you help businesses
Yes.
scale, you coach, and all of the things there. So to have that feedback from you, it means a lot because I struggle with that because
Yeah.
that's what makes it very
Yeah.
important for me.
Yeah.
Is the client's experience.
Yeah.
And when we drop the ball,
Yeah.
I feel a certain way if
Yeah.
we drop the ball.
Yeah.
And my team, they know how I do.
Yeah.
And they fix it immediately. So I never want to lose that. No,
yeah.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for allowing us to do your 6-month anniversary recap of your relocation here to Kenya with Traverse Culture. For more videos like this, guys, you have to subscribe, turn your notifications on, make sure you like and comment, and share. Share for more videos like this. You're not going to get any content like this anywhere else but with Traverse Culture. Peace.